Hey guys, happy last Wednesday of 7th grade. What? That's amazing. Today we are going to wrap up our debate. We're going to have the sort of fun part of the debate, the actual argument part. So the first thing you need to do today is make sure that you have posted your initial post, because what kind of debate are we going to have if only half of us are debating? Right? Okay, then you need to make sure that you reply to your peers. What do the replies look like? You have how many options? Three. Again, I feel like Dora the Explorer. You have three options for how you can respond. You can also go rogue and do whatever you'd like, but these are my three really strong suggestions. Number one, offering new evidence. Support someone's position by offering new additional evidence, right? We do this a lot in class, but I want you to be specific in what evidence you use. Option two, disagreeing respectfully and use evidence. Don't just say, I disagree. It's awkward, right? And then finally, option three, asking a question. This is probably the toughest one to do. It's not just any question. It has to be a thought-provoking question, a really complex, deep question. Okay, so with that, I wanted to show you some examples that are linked in the slideshow attached to today's overview below this video. Cool? All right, but we're going to watch them while we're here, okay? All right, by the way, Chloe, hi Chloe, you're great, but you posted to the wrong Flipgrid, just so you know. Okay, moving on. This is Ms.
The United States.
She's going to post, this is her initial post, and then I'm going to show you my three replies. Cool? All right.
Should ban single-use plastic water bottles for several reasons, but one of the most important is that the actual production of plastic water bottles emits a great deal of chemicals into the atmosphere, and they can cause things like birth defects and chronic long-term illnesses, which was actually found in a town in Texas called Corpus Christi, and you had 84% higher levels of birth defects where they were actually producing water bottles. This comes from globalgreen.org and a study from 2014. And the problem here is that you have these long-term effects, which will actually cost more over the long term for just being able to use a bottle and throw it away.
Interesting. Okay. My first example I'm going to show you is offering new evidence. So supporting her position with different or new evidence.
I totally agree with you that the United States should ban plastic water bottles.
Side note, I hate watching myself, so this is super uncomfortable.
Because we have a problem with plastic in this country. In fact, since the 1800s, when plastic was actually introduced, it has been calculated that humans have produced 8 million tons of plastic. And unfortunately, plastic does not biodegrade. 70% of that plastic still exists in one form or another today.
Okay, that was number one.
I totally agree with you.
Ooh, that was number one, right? Offering new evidence. Let's look at number two, politely disagreeing.
I actually disagree with you a little bit. I understand the reason for why we need to get rid of single-use plastic in one way or another.
See how I introduced the counter argument first.
But I don't think that banning plastic water bottles is the way to do it. In fact, when the University of Vermont actually banned plastic water bottles on campus, they found that the total shipments of plastic bottles actually increased 20% because the university invested in things like soda and juice plastic bottles more. Not to mention, this might open the door for other alternatives that are actually worse for the environment, like glass or metal, and they actually require more fossil fuels.
See how me and Mrs. Lebowski are still friends after that? That was a polite disagreement. I explained my thoughts. Yes, you can do it too. Okay, last one.
Part of me is concerned that actually banning plastic water bottles might not solve the behavior of the consumer, meaning the behaviors of the people who use single-use plastic.
Oh God, do I sound like that all the time? Okay.
After all, it's only one part of the single-use plastic that we have become so addicted to. I have a question. Is there another type of plastic that can be banned or restricted that would better change the behavior of the consumers, of the customers?
Okay, it's over. All right, we're done. So those are the three examples. Again, number one, offering new evidence. Number two, politely disagreeing, and number 3, asking questions. So you get to pick from that sort of menu of options today in your replies. Oh gosh, that's a horrible shot. Okay, I'm going to switch slides really quick. And you will have the chance to respond as well. So don't forget to follow up with your friends after they've replied to you. Please make sure you're sort of spreading the love with how you reply. Don't all reply to the same videos. And even if you agree with someone, there's always reasons why we might be on the same page. We agree with the same side, but we have different arguments, different pieces of evidence. So really challenge yourselves to look beyond just yes and no, and really think about the discussion that we can have. Okay? All right. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, last Wednesday of 7th graders, and let me know if you have any questions. Just a reminder, we have a live lesson tomorrow. Okay, see you there. Bye.